How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Yes, the track. Let's talk about the track. Again, welcome back to the channel, everybody. So glad each and every one of you can make it. For those that have been following the races or watching the race videos, you may have noticed for the past couple races, I have used the old setup where I actually had to physically pull it down for the cars to go. And there's several reasons for this. Let me see if I can sit you down. Sometimes it's light in here. I put some new bulbs in it goes crazy. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Now, I did that with the tune cars for a specific reason. Those cars are so small, and some of them sit so low, like the Volkswagen sits so much lower than some of them because it has that little front splitter. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about here in just a second, but I wanted to make sure that the cars left at the same time, okay? So I did that. Plus, it's easier on me to set up. It's quicker for me to set up without having to try to run the cables and all that stuff. But with that being stated, I do really like the digital setup because it gives me times. Now, I do wish that it would tell me which lane won, because when the times are identical, like mine, I only read down like tenths of a second, not hundredths. So it could be like 0.95, 0.95 for both lanes. So which one won? You know, that's another reason I have my finish line camera. And there's actually something that happened in the race that I'll have to point out to you, to where I'm glad that I had, even with the digital setup, I'm glad that I had my finish line camera. But with that being stated, I hope to upgrade the setup later on. I really want to go to the plunger system. It's just a little round disc that sticks up out of the bottom of the track. You push the button and it pops down, right? All remote control. And the reason I want to do that is part number 2 of why I haven't been using this particular setup. And I've noticed it on everybody that's used this type of starting gate, and you know, where it sits up and it comes down, okay? I've noticed on everybody's, from Mustang Hunter to mine. And again, I'll show you what's going on, but I hope to change over. I reached out to the guy that makes these robotics, or Play Robotics, starting gates and finish lines, to ask if I can just swap out the finish, if there's a way to swap out just the finish line, or if I'm going to have to buy both at the same time, or what have you. No reply. So I'm going to try hitting him up again. But with that being stated, cars, if they are different heights, well, all cars are different heights, okay? But some of them can use that to their advantage per the racetrack. I know, use it to their advantage, because the bumper sits up higher. So what happens is, when this start gate comes down, right? When it comes down, it'll actually start to move, and it'll get a head start on the other car. So far, it hasn't been a big deal on my track. I can't say about Mustang Hunters or anybody else's, but so far it hasn't been a big enough deal on my track, because the cars have won way further than what the start gate would have given them anyway. But let me get you turned around and I'll show you what I'm talking about right here. Now, what you're looking at is a race that will be up this Friday. So I don't know if you'll see what this video will be talking about the start gate, or the race first. I'm not sure which will play out, but it won't affect picks or anything like that because you're not going to know which one of these did what, which one actually won the race. But you can see I've got the Corvette and the Ford GT, okay? Now I'm going to zoom in just a little bit more, and I'm going to hit play, and I'm going to let you watch it full regular speed, okay? Here we go. Did you catch it? Let me do it again. Let me zoom in a little bit more just to help you see what I'm talking about. Here we are, full speed again. Now I'm going to do it frame by frame. Get it down here to where it starts to go. I'm doing it frame by frame, so it takes a second. Here we go, it starts to move right there. But as you can see, the start gate, right, it falls down, and it does it fairly quick. I mean, it can only do as fast as it's programmed to do. But watch what happens with this blue car in comparison to the white car, okay? I'm going to do it frame by frame. There it goes. There's there's 2 frames already. And look, the car's already moving, the Corvette. 1, 2. It's already moving. 3, 4. Still moving. 6 frames in, it's starting to go up on the gate, and the Ford GT is just now starting to move. Do it some more. See how much further up on the gate it is compared to the Ford GT? I mean, right here, it's already coming off of the starting gate, and the Ford GT is just about 2/3 on it. I'll go right here. The Corvette's already gone, and look, the back wheels are just now coming off the start gate. So that's one of the main things that I don't like about this, and that's what the plungers take away, because the plungers sit up underneath the bumpers and they drop down so fast, and they drop down straight rather than at an angle, because the car wants to ride up on it. But that's another reason. There's only 2 reasons. Like I said, I started using it for the ease, the old setup for the ease of setting it up and everything, and because the cars were so small, I wanted to make sure they were getting good quality starts, because you guys are taking time to watch the races, participate by picking and everything, so I want it to be as straight up and fair as it can be. Turn you around just a hair. Here we go. Look at that pep boy over there. Yeah. So, and then that's something I've been meaning to talk about anyway. I can't come up with a way in my head right now to allow for those different heights in cars. Because if I stick anything on the starting gate, right, well, when that gate falls down, that car's going to have to drive up and over it. So I just can't come up with a way of how to change it to make it to where it doesn't do it. Like I said, right now it hasn't happened to where the race is so close to where it makes a difference, because on my close races that I've had using this setup, luckily the cars leave at almost exactly the same time. Now if I do it frame by frame, I can see a little minute move here, a little minute move there, but it hasn't come into effect to where it would change the outcome of the race, because the other car would be so far ahead, if that makes sense. But I just wanted to put this out there and explain what's going on, and if you're thinking about getting one of these types of start gates or setups, you may want to think about getting the other kind with the plunger. And I say plunger, it's just a button. It sticks straight up, and I'll try to remember to put a clip in here so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. It's like what they use on 3D Bot Maker. It just goes straight down and it does it so fast to where the car does not have any time to react before the other one, if that makes sense. I just wanted to put it out there, and you know, it's a great system. I like it. It makes it more entertaining because I wish mine had the remote control. I would like to upgrade it. I would like to have one that has the remote control and one that has the plungers, because I don't know, it's just, I can get out of the way, you know, not be in the shots. I can sit there and I hit the remote and I can actually watch the car from start to finish, rather than having to try to pull the handle and then watch it go down, or hit the button and run over and get out of the way and then have enough time to turn around and watch, you know, as they go by. So it's just one of those things to think about if you're wanting to get into diecast racing. Mustang Hunter actually has a cool video of one that he made, and I haven't seen any issues when he was using the one that he made, because it's just got 2 pins and they drop down real quick and it works perfect. I don't see anything wrong with that setup whatsoever. So you may want to check his video out. As a matter of fact, I'll go ahead and try to put it in the description below if you want to check it out and make your own, because it is a great setup the way he has it done. And like, I really like this, but I don't know. I can foresee a problem coming when the cars are running pretty much, you know, real close, and that start gate being a problem with it. Because if I got 2 cars that run 0.95 and one of them's getting a head start, you know, that means the other one that didn't get the head start is actually running faster. Kind of follow me? Because if this one on this side runs a 0.95 and it's getting a head start, well, that's an honest 9.5, and this one over here is behind. So for it to get down there in the same amount of time, it has to run faster, because that's leaving behind the first car, if that makes sense. But yeah, I just want to make this video, put it out there for you guys that are thinking about getting into diecast racing, and for the guys that are following along through the racing and everything on the channel, explain why. And also, when I do the outside racing, I did this one time. I took it out on the deck one time last fall, or this past fall, and noticed that the sun overpowers the sensors on the side of the starting gate. So it'll work for it to come on, it'll work for the cars to go, but it won't show any times because it can't see the cars as they go by. So I don't know if I'm going to actually use this new setup outside or not. I want to, but if I can't, I'll just want to let you know ahead of time I'll be using the old setup. Just set up the cameras, hit the lever, and let them go. I would like to use this, that way I can punch the button, get out of the way, that way I can see what's going on, actually watch and enjoy the cars go by, you know. So, I don't know, I might have to build like a little small box or a little covering to hide these sensors from direct sunlight, but yet still be able to see the time on the tower. So I'm going to get off of here now. I've been rambling long enough. I hope it's halfway made sense for you. And until next time, we'll see you in the next video. Get out there and hunt. If you don't hunt, you will not find. Thanks for watching.